Hello, everyone. My name is Deirdre Pike. I'm the Justice and Outreach Program Consultant for the Anglican Diocese of Niagara, coming to you today from my home office in downtown Hamilton, where it's another Just Friday. It's Friday. Let's do a little justice work. This week, I want to share a few of the justice efforts connected to both Pride Month, celebrating the 2S and LGBTQ plus community of communities, along with National Indigenous History Month. First of all, if you weren't able to attend our diocesan Pride event, Fiercely Loved, Born This Way, you can still view it through our YouTube channel. I'll be sure to include the link to it in this week's Just News. Bishop Susan Bell presided at the liturgy, while Bishop Kevin Robertson from the Diocese of Toronto was the guest preacher. He delivered a message of fierce love and support for LGBTQ plus people, his community as well as mine. He also offered some words for all of us who long to be better allies and advocates in the areas of justice where we hold some privilege. Tune in to the whole celebration and lean in on Bishop Kevin's call for each of us to be co-conspirators, breathing against the systems of injustice that still hold people down and prevent them from being free to live with dignity as children of God. Regarding National Indigenous History Month and National Indigenous Peoples Day coming up this Tuesday, June 21st, I want to suggest a couple of ways we might mark this day with an eye to ongoing practices of truth and reconciliation. First, Senator Kim Pate used her position recently as an ally and advocate to co-conspire, as Bishop Kevin has said, with Indigenous senators and leaders to publish a report on the injustices and miscarriages of justice experienced by 12 Indigenous women in Canada. The report makes it clear there are many other cases, but they focused on these 12 they knew the best. The report, in part, is dedicated to the memory of David Milgaard, someone who lived the reality of the miscarriage of justice. And it responds explicitly to a call for justice from the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. It seeks a thorough evaluation of the impact of mandatory minimum sentences on the over-incarceration of Indigenous women, girls, and 2S LGBTQIA people. A second way to mark this month came from a land acknowledgement I heard offered at a meeting by a friend and colleague this week. She shared the actions put forth by the First Nations Family and Child Caring Society of Canada. Their 7 Free Ways to Make a Difference highlights campaigns for First Nations children and their families. Cindy Blackstock is the executive director of the Caring Society, and she speaks to each of the 7 ways in a short video that once again I will include in this week's Just News. You can find a link to sign up for that on the Niagara Anglican website, niagaraanglican.ca, and all of these tools will be delivered right to your inbox. You'll also keep up to date on Climate Justice Niagara. Recently, CJN paid a visit to St. Albans in Acton to celebrate their pollinator garden with a new official CJN certificate, designed by Bruce McKenzie, a member from St. George's, Guelph. If your parish has a garden working for the climate by producing veggies for people in need, creating a safe haven for bees and butterflies, showing children how to care for the earth, or diverting water from city streets, CJN wants to acknowledge your efforts. Please reach out to Irene Pang, the chair of Climate Justice Niagara, so we can honor your garden creations. Irene's email address will be, you guessed it, in Just News this week. Finally, one other important area of justice work we're developing is through our Human Trafficking Justice Committee. Chaired by the Reverend Jody Ballant, rector of St. James and St. Brendan's in Port Colborne, This committee will be holding a planning day on June 27th in Burlington at St. Luke's. If you would like to be involved in this crucial work, please contact me at the diocese. All the info you need can be found at niagaraanglican.ca. Well, that's it for this Just Friday. Until the next time, may we find ways to breathe together and do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with our Creator and the created. I'll see you here on the next Just Friday.